This is a brand new segment of a brand new channel that collaborates between me and Mark and also others, where it would be called Psychochemistry. Yeah, that might be it. It might be different by the time we have this video. So, hey, Psychochemistry for now. But yeah, so what we want to do is whenever there's like a new single or a new record or there's like a vinyl we have and we just want to like talk about like our thoughts on it, you know, make a video of it, just say like, you know, have the in-between conversation just be like the fourth wall where you guys can write in the comment section and talk about your thoughts and you can talk about it. It'd be kind of cool because me and Mark are musicians and we like, you know, making music and whatnot, but we also are very strong appreciators.
Yes,
we are. So we would like to eventually focus on videos.
And share that appreciation with you guys.
Yes.
So this segment is a review on a brand new single that just came out from Muse called Psycho, on their forthcoming album Drones, which is to be released on June 8th this year.
Available on iTunes.
I can already tell, just by looking at the album cover, that this is going to be one heck of a political album because, I mean, it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. From the song itself. Now, my opinion, U.S. political themed music is kind of a turn off to me.
Mm-hmm.
But usually when I hear that, I kind of block it out and I listen to the music. That's just kind of like me. But
I dig it.
I give everything a chance. So
right
let's talk about our, you know, how our first listen was.
All right. Well, my first listen was interesting. I really didn't know what to expect because Muse in their discography has been very versatile in their sounds, in their morphing, in their maturing as musicians. And listening to this, at first glance, wasn't anything special to me. It did sound like another old school Muse song, but it didn't really vary too much. It stayed in a comfort zone at first listen, and that, apart from the actual message of the song, was very strong. It was a long track. I'm not sure how I felt about it at first listen. I wasn't completely turned off, but I wasn't completely impressed either. And it could be in the placement of the album, it could be very relative. But as a single, and first glance, that's how I felt. Ross, what's your opinion?
I had a completely different experience. I remember listening to this, and I was like, wow, an old school Muse song. That's awesome. Because it was completely different from their previous record. Not saying I dislike the previous record, because I love Second Law.
Mm-hmm.
I like the direction where they went to, but nothing wrong with, like, you know, going back to their roots and, you know, doing some old school, you know. I definitely heard like a lot of their earlier stuff and, you know, some newer elements as well. But I was really excited. I was like, wow, cool. You know, they went back, but not just in a bad thing.
No,
you know?
Absolutely not.
So,
it's nice to pull from your roots as a musician and advance forward.
Exactly.
That's great.
Yeah. So, first time, I really liked it, and I agree on the part where it's like, you know, it does sound kind of a bit weird for a single, and usually whenever there's a singer that's misplaced, I think, I wonder how it is with the record, and that makes me want to listen to the rest of the record, see where that placement is, understand the actual vibe of it all.
Right.
So
very cohesively as one writer. Right.
Yeah. So that was like our first thoughts when we first listened to it. Now, after a few listens, my opinion changed definitely. For me, I did see something weird about the length of it all. For a 6-minute song,
Yeah,
I don't know.
just about.
And again, you know, like, that's when the political message you were throwing out was like too strong. Usually in my ears, that's a bit, yeah, it's a turn off to me for music. So it's like, that's why I'm like, oh, let me focus on the music. So when I blocked off the political stuff and, or like, you know, the message, I was listening to the music, So I realized, like, man, this is a very long song. If this song was like a 3-minute song, I'd be like, okay, they got the message across. It was a jamming 3-minute tune, and it had the message on it. I would have been cool with that, but it was weird. Maybe the first time, I just, I was in my car, I was listening to it, so maybe, I didn't really focus on the time of it all. I was just like listening to it and just like vibing to it. So, listening to it after, I looked at the time, I was like, well, 5:50, that's crazy. So, yeah, so that it doesn't mean I don't dislike it. It made me
aware.
Yeah,
maybe
maybe
something you didn't catch on the first time.
Yeah, definitely different things I didn't catch from the first time, and a little decrease, but I still dig it.
Cool. Well, yeah, my opinion definitely did change after listening to it a couple of times. I level with you on one part. I felt that the message lyrically was kind of being drilled into your head for almost 6 minutes, especially, with the repetition, the way that it was organized, the tags, the catch-ons, your ass belongs to me now, those things like that. I mean, the message was clear. It was really strong. I did feel like
it was catchy though.
It was catchy as hell.
He made
it really was catchy as hell. And after the couple of listens, my opinion did improve, and I level with you on the fact that I kind of drowned out a little bit of the words and the vocals. And on the third listen, I heard more of the music than anything else. And I was really impressed with some of the choices of music. In writing, in the position of everything, the way that they transition, orchestrate each other's parts in the verse. The music behind the verse is stupid, how good it is.
I really
the
like
progression of everything, the structure of the music was really well thought out. It wasn't anything seriously over-the-top complicated, but it was very creative. For the comfort zone that it felt like they stayed in musically, it was still really impressive and really nice to listen to. I did feel like, I think the track's a little long for not really going to such amazing lengths or musical, advantages, different places. It wasn't really something out of the ordinary for Muse. But it was tight, it was solid, it was really well mastered and well recorded. Everything felt really good, it was really jamming, they were really tight. So I definitely started appreciating it a lot more.
That's pretty funny how we both had completely different, we have similar tastes, but it's cool we went through a different experience, how I kind of liked it and kind of like, and you kind of disliked it this way. But that's cool. Things I really dig about this tune, the tone of the guitar. It sounded like he recorded that same riff 10 times to get that wall of noise, which is
awesome.
Insane
and extremely effective.
I liked it. They've never had an issue with tone. It's either really raw or just like in your face. That's just something that Muse has never failed. Same thing with drums and bass and like the little add-ons and whatnot.
Right.
I really like the structure where it felt bluesy, but it wasn't like a 1-4-5, which is a musical term or
progression. Right? Typical blues progression.
So it's very bluesy, but the turns they went to, it was like, it kind of threw you off. Like, you expect to go to that 1-4-5. When it comes to dislikes with this tune, I think I can speak for both of us. Where it came to one length. I feel like the song could have been like a 3-minute tune. If they did the same approach with the message, I would have got it. Cool. I know. Anti-war riff. But
it was stretched.
Yeah, it was a bit too long, and the message was pushed. And I like bands like Rage Against the Machine and System, and they're very political, but they know how to slide it in there, or it's very straightforward. With this song, I felt like it was kind of like too in your face, and maybe that was the approach they were trying to do, which is,
beyond us.
I'm not a big fan of it, but hey, whatever floats your boat, whatever melts your butter.
That's right. I think adding to that, something that I also disliked was the fact that the tune was stretched and it didn't have much to stretch musically. There was a part in this tune where everything stops, it's just guitar. And I promise you, my first impression of that was like something incredibly musical or progressive is about to happen, and it never did.
It was just like that.
It was just the same riff for like a long silence, and I'm like, okay. At that point, I started losing a little bit of interest in the song. And that's one of the things that I disliked. Probably the only other thing that I disliked was the, I don't know, I guess it's up to every musician, you know, where the part in the chorus where he says, fucking psycho, and he does like the guitar riff to it. It was cool.
The first time.
But I felt like it was just overused so much. Like, it was just like every time it had to be the little guitar squeal or whatever in there, and it was just so often. It kind of lost the luster a little bit. What would you say your rating of this is?
Out of
5 stars.
5 stars.
Just make it easy. 5 stars.
5 stars. I have to go like 3.5.
Yeah, I have to say the same.
That's a C. You guys passed. You guys can go to college, Muse. Way to go.
Right on.
Right on. Keep it going. Keep it going. Gold star. Actually, gold star's for Ace. So if I look at a quarter, look at a quarter.
Yeah, we misinformed you. Sorry about that.
No, sorry, it's cool. Yeah, so that's kind of like how we thought. Now, again, maybe this was kind of weird for us because this is just like a single. We don't know where to base this off vibe-wise to the album. So maybe we might have to review the album when it comes out June 8th. What are your thoughts? What likes, dislikes, right? Whatever you want.
First thoughts, after listening to a couple times, your opinion matters too. This is what this is all about.
Yeah.
You're the fourth wall. You're the one who also is entitled to your opinion. So we'd love to hear from you on the comment sections below.
Alrighty, well, I'm Ross.
I'm Mark, and this is Psychochemistry.
It is.